He is a platinum producer, and good friend of mine as well. But we are not the same. I am the infamous Amadeuz. That's with a Z, and he is Amadeuz, the producer. Shout out to AJ on the check-in already on the Instagram. I got the calling number on deck. This is the Infamous Hour. Will be live here at Gynesis Radio each and every Friday, 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. I got the big dog Terry in the building, and Rel's over there looking frustrated and tired, and you know, he may want some buns or something. I don't know. He's looking like, all right? This is the Infamous Hour. Here at the Infamous Hour, this is the place where, you know, when I first came here, I was going to do, like, not scripted radio, but organized radio. And the big homie told me that would not work. And he was right. I gave him what's called a call sheet. He looked at me like I was retarded. What is this? This is Gynesis Radio. We don't do this here. So this time we are on the fly. This is the place where I'm going to support the unsigned artists, but I'm also going to use this as a platform to just tell you about my day-to-day operations, to voice my grievances, and to give you all the things that we cannot tell you on the SiriusXM platform. This is the place where I'm going to tell you here at the Infamous Hour, right? The first thing that I want to talk about is whoever organized the traffic light. The traffic light on Buttermilk Falls Road. That was bad. Buttermilk Falls Road, okay? And Route 209, whoever organized that traffic light, you need to be stomped down, okay? I pulled up to the traffic light at 11:43, and it was 11:51, and the light was still red. Who sits at a red light for 8 minutes?
It's motion sensor. You gotta pull up to it. You gotta pull up closer.
This is new to me. I mean, the whole Monroe County lifestyle is new to me. The way the traffic light works is crazy, okay? I didn't know here that in Monroe County, the great Monroe County that is, that the marshals come to your house for traffic tickets. I caught a traffic ticket. I did not pay a meter for $10. They came to my house. He said, sir, it's $165. If you do not pay the traffic meter, you are going to jail. Simple. And he was dead serious about it. So I promptly just paid the $165 and made my way back into my house. Okay? Infamous Hour. All right, if you want to call in, it's 1-888-304-4401 is the hotline number. Okay? If you listen to me on SiriusXM, you know each and every Friday I do a cipher. I do it every Friday. And you know, the little behind the scenes of the cipher. The cipher is meant to, of course, expose lyrics and do stuff like that. But it's a way for us to create content when we are not on air. Okay, it's you know, we're on Monday to Friday, and we want to post things on the weekend. So this is the point of the cipher, and I bring unsigned talent along with signed talent to the cipher every Friday at 2 p.m. Right? We've had Pat Poose do it. We've had Roselle Direckins did it. A few people have done it, okay? We have some good ciphers, and we've had some bad ciphers. Today we had a guy by the name of 38 Special. Shout out 38 Special. He's actually like a signed, unsigned artist. He's known. He's had a whole album of Cool G Rap. He destroyed the cipher today, okay? Absolutely bodied and violated the cipher. Then there was a girl named Che New York. I need you to look her up right now. Che New York. She destroyed it. Anytime I post anything about a cipher, she's the person that they tag the most, Che New York, right? Then we had the third guy in the cipher. I'm not sure what his name was or who he was exactly. He must have been kind of like the guy that's like, when you go to a party and somebody has to hit the fat friend, he's the guy. Because he got on the radio today during the cipher, and this is all you heard. On the radio. So of course, you know, we getting sauce and you know, we do things on the fly there, okay? And he's like, I'm gonna go again, and this is what you heard again. Damn, I ain't my day. There are 14 million people listening to you on this platform. Unsigned artists, signed artists, you have to be ready, okay? When you come to the platform, you gotta be ready, alright? Shout out to everybody on Instagram right now. Drex444 to check in. Kari Blanco, what's up, okay? If you want to check in with me, I will be live at Haiti NYC with DJ Drewski from Hot 97. It's going to go down. All right, if you want to pull up unsigned artists, I need you just to hit me, okay? Hit me. We're looking for performers. We are looking for talent, right? Right now it's the infamous hour. I got my guy Fluge Monty. He is outside. He is ready. He came from Reading, PA, drove down for the infamous hour. And also got my other guy, Warren Wint. Okay, you've seen Warren Wint on TRL. You've seen him on BT Jams. You have seen him around. That's my guy. He'll be here for the infamous hour. Like I said, if you want to talk to anybody, make sure you first of all you follow me on Instagram at the infamous Amadeuz. Shout out to everybody on Instagram right now. All right, you can also follow the new page, The Infamous Hour, right? The Infamous Hour, the new platform. If you want to, check it out, you want to check in with us, I need you to rock out with it right now. Okay, it's The Infamous Hour here on Gynesis Radio, each and every Friday, 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. Let's get into some music, and we'll be back with our first guest, Fluge Monty. Ha! Yo, shit!
Oh, as long as I press music, good, right? Alright.
Yo, shit, you gotta call in, kid. Yo.
Yo, come on.
Hold on, we gotta take a call. Hold on.
Okay.
Alright, we live on Infamous Hour. We actually have a call. I'm gonna take the call right now. Call, you live on Infamous Hour. What's your name and where you're from? He banged the phone. Jesus Christ. This is a work in progress. We gotta get this together.
Yo.
Calls, if you want to call in on the Infamous Hour, I am taking live calls right now, right during the thing. The number is right there, big bro. 1-888-304-4401. Alright, if you want to talk to me right on the Infamous Hour, call in right now. Let's get back to that record. Hold on. Call you live on the Infamous Hour. What's your name and where you're from? It's what? Can't hear you, bro. We gotta talk up. What's your name and where you from?
Yo, this is Drex, Florence, South Carolina.
Drex, South Carolina. What's going on in South Carolina tomorrow? Here in the great state of Pennsylvania, New York, it's going to be 111 degrees. 111. How hot is it down there right now?
Yo, it's about 97 right now.
97. 97 right now. That's Waffle House hot, right? That's like Grandma's Dirty Kitchen hot.
Yeah, for sure.
What's going on in the great state of South Carolina? Talk to me. What's going on down there in South Carolina?
Yo, man, a whole bunch of nothing, baby. That's why I got to get the way y'all at.
Absolutely. Well, you know how to check in with me. Check on me on the Instagram at the Infamous Amadeuz. I know you're following me. So check in. You can call in anytime. You can connect with us, and we do support the unsigned artists here on the Infamous Hour. All right? Thank you for calling in.
Peace.
Okay. That's the vibes. Fluge Monty just walked in.
You already know what the fuck.
How you feeling?
Chilling. It's a wonderful night. We just came back from the Wiz Khalifa show. Noto, Philadelphia. It was a banger. That's how we do.
So talk about performing for unsigned artists and as an unsigned artist going onto these big platforms. Like, how does that work for you?
I think taking the independent approach is something that a lot of people don't be taking notice of.
Hold on.
Hey, speaker.
Lord Sear, you're live on the Infamous Hour. What a guan.
Yo.
Shout my big bro Lord Sear. He's on the check-in on the Infamous Hour. Lord Sear, today was a disaster. A disaster on the cypher.
Yo, son, it was the worst I ever heard in my life, man.
So you're on the radio every day, okay? You're on every day, Sway in the morning, prime time. And me and you, we put kids on radio every day. Fluge, I put him on the radio. We put kids on the radio, right?
Facts.
What do you expect when someone comes up there? Like, what do you want to hear?
You know what to expect to come up there and rhyme. Like, yo, look, regardless, if you got a whack-ass phone, you rhyme on the phone. Don't be even frustrated when you rap, especially when a chick is there and she burned you while you can't even rap yet, and you tight over it. That even makes it worse.
I actually thought the girl was pretty good. She was good.
Well,
she did her thing.
No, I'm saying though, like, she go on, and you even more nervous.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're like, oh man, she's killing me. You know what I mean?
Well, for those that tuned in today, he kind of earthed himself because he said to himself,
right,
like, how am I going to go after the queen? Like, he said it. Like,
they were both dark motherfuckers, so I ain't know, you know.
Oh, my God. Big bro Lord Sear. Now, we had some drinks today. The Hennessy tea was different.
Yeah.
The Hennessy tea, I had the cheesecake. We had some guys that came in today. They're called, what's the name, drink cups or something like that. They had cheesecake Hennessy shots.
Drink, it was nice.
It was pretty cool. If someone wants to get in contact with Lord Sid, they want to tune in, how do they do it, Sid?
This is what you do, man. First of all, you hit up the God, Lord Sid, at Lord Sid. And if you got a dope track or anything, Lord Sid Special at gmail.com.
That's right. The big bro Lord Sid on the check-in. We're going to bring you up. We're going to get you over here. We're going to Kazam drive you over and come chill me on the Infamous Hour.
Hey, yeah, man, I see you out there doing it, man. I was about to get your autograph for you on the radio.
Yeah, I charge for that nowadays, you know?
Excuse me, and I don't know how you did, but did you tell them how you almost doodled on yourself in the public bathroom?
I not almost doodle on myself. What are you talking about?
You was on your live, and you was in the public bathroom.
It's a free show.
It's a free show, right? All right, Sid, thanks for calling, man. Love you, big bro.
Love you too, family. Keep the same right there, PA. Stand up, I holler one.
Lies on the Infamous Hour, okay? Lies at the top dawn. So, this is gonna be a work in progress. Shout out Rel, he's on the boards. We try to play music, we cannot do this here. This is just straight podcast format, right?
Yes, sir.
Fluge Monty. I met Fluge Monty at what was the club that I met you at?
Alibaba Lounge.
Alibaba. I went to Alibaba for DJ Self's. Take another call. Let's see who's calling in. Caller, you're live on the Infamous Hour. What's your name and where you're from?
Yo, what up, man? It's AJ.
AJ, my guy, how are you feeling? Rip the Mic Talk going down, A3C, talk about it.
I see you get big time out there, brother. Big time out there, man.
Nah, you the big time. You over here, you on iHeartRadio now, you doing big things. I gotta get your autograph.
Nah, man, I need to get your autograph, man. Just want to give you a call in, man, and say congratulations, man. You out there working hard, man.
I appreciate it, man.
I just wish some of these artists was out there working as hard like the people out there doing.
Yeah, AJ, it is all a work in progress, and it's people like me and you that have to be here to push the culture forward.
Yeah, I think that's very important that not just us, but a lot of people get involved in that support and pushing the culture forward because, it's a different time and a different era, and people just got it confused of how this business is ran.
Yeah, absolutely.
A lot of artists want handouts. They want everything for free. You know what I'm saying? They don't really want to listen. They don't want to follow how this business of music operates, man. But definitely I be feeling you, man, and you be trying to help out a lot of artists. I definitely appreciate that. Respect that.
Yeah, I appreciate you. Real quick before you get off the line, talk about Rip the Mic Talk goes down A3C. We got 5 shows. I'm in the building. Talk about it.
That's gonna be one.
It's gonna be an epic show.
Man, we got you there, man. So we're always gonna be just excited because we got a lot of people signed up already, man.
Mm-hmm.
And like over 200 people for all 5 events so far. So it's going to be a really, really good and
Absolutely.
radio.
Mm-hmm.
We got a couple of celebrities coming through, music executives, so that's going to be really better than last year.
Absolutely. If anybody want to follow on Instagram right now, how they go about doing that?
It's Google, because I changed my name.
He changed his name, AJ the Guru. It's going down. AJ, thanks for calling on Infamous Hour. I'll catch up with you.
Yeah, peace.
No doubt. All right, so we're on the fly here. This is a work in progress. Okay,
Yes,
back to you. Met you at Alibaba Lounge. I went to Alibaba Lounge my first time going there. DJ Self birthday party. Okay,
It was lit.
it was lit. Shout out my wife. She's on the check-in. She was with me, and when I go to these events and I see someone performing, I expect Lil Keed. I expect Lil Baby Gunna. This is what I expect.
Yes, sir.
And then I hear the Rolls Royce Wishing Upon a Star sample hit in a packed club. Okay?
Yes, sir.
I'm in the movie with you. He went by a different name then. It was Trap MVP.
Yes,
I heard
sir.
the sample. I'm in the movie with him. automatically. He comes, he starts spitting bars. I am in the movie. Okay?
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna drop my phone. I'm in the movie. I told my wife, I said, you know what? I'm gonna grab this guy. I'm gonna take him on stage with me. He deserves it. He went hard.
That's facts.
I pulled him to the side, and then we had a great night, right?
Yes, sir.
You got to
Put
be
us
self,
on
got to do
stage.
some things, right?
Yes, sir. Got him in a little podcast, little thing, video vlog thing I like to do called A Day in the Trap on YouTube. You know what I mean? It was a beautiful thing. This guy, Imphamus, did not know me. I was on the stage, probably my third time performing, you know what I mean? I was just getting comfortable with it. A lot of people there, you know what I mean? Older crowd, all types of people. Guy put me off stage. He was like, yo, he's like, you got bars, son. I was like, heard it. I appreciate it. He's like, you know what, matter of fact, I'm gonna put you on the radio. Personally, I felt like anybody could say it, you know what I mean? But come that Thursday, I got a call like, yo, I'm about to put you on the radio, son. I need that record. I was like, all right, send it over. Next thing you know, 345 hit, boom, I'm on the radio. Sirius XM Shade 45, hottest radio in America.
So,
Thanks to my
you
boy.
know, so like, because I'm sure that was like your first time on radio. Like,
That's
like
facts.
what does that feel like? You know, I still get excited myself, honestly, when I hear myself on radio.
Hell yeah.
Like I do. And now I like to actually do pre-records now. I do a lot of live stuff, but I like to do pre-records because then I can kind of like sit in the car and like just analyze myself. Like, you know what I mean? Like from the listener's perspective. So
Yeah.
first time on radio, like what does that feel like?
It made me feel like my dreams came true. You know what I mean? I'm not from here. I'm from Haiti. I was born there, came over here. You know what I mean? I never thought I would be on the radio, let alone the world would even hear my music. So the fact that I got to come on, you know what I mean? I didn't pay nothing. My boy just put me on because he believed in me. That's a blessing from God, you know what I mean? And we said that from the start.
You know, that's what we like to do. We like to give back to the unsigned artist community. Now, talk a little bit about your movement, the wave. Well, first of all, you went by a different name when I met you. What
Yes,
was
sir.
the reason that you decided to change your name?
Personally, I was young, you know what I mean? I took a year where I was just learning myself, taking my time to appreciate my craft and make sure that I wasn't just like you said, one of these little babies, little kids out here. I know that rap, it started with that hard bar type stuff, you know what I mean? So I felt like I had to bring it back. Everybody just want to make songs. I feel like they forgot about the bars, the stuff that we used to do. You know what I mean? Big L, Notorious, Pac, them songs had meaning. We need to bring that meaning back. And that's why that time right hits you different.
Do you think?
Yo, shout out your Instagram and everything. Let the
You
fans
already
know.
know. Flu Game Monty on Instagram. Flu Game _ Monty, I think it is. Check me out. You already know. Time right on there. I'm on all platforms, SoundCloud, everything coming on Spotify, Apple Music, all that soon. But Flu Game Monty on the gram. You already know.
Running
And
around
YouTube.
with Flu Game Draco.
Yes,
Underscore,
sir.
don't forget.
You already know. Whole Flu Gang with us.
Shout out everybody to check in right now. Chuck E. Cheese official. He's on the check in. Mr. Food's takeout truck, an amazing takeout truck. I think they're in Long Island. You need to call in. We need a care package. So you say you were from Haiti.
Yeah, you already know.
I mean, is there a music scene in Haiti?
Nah, you know what I mean? We don't got none of this. It's poor.
Mm-hmm.
It's poor. It described the word poor. When you think you broke and you down in the dumps, that's what it's like for everybody. You know what I mean? It's either you rich, which is 20%, I would say maybe, but the rest of that, we all the same.
So there is no kind of like, is it like a dictatorship, or is it like was it like communist country?
Yeah, it's like a free-for-all more, you know what I mean? There's no feds, there's no nothing like that. You got to worry about the militia pulling up and taking your shit before the feds.
So it's really that serious.
Yes, sir.
It's
You
serious.
know what I mean?
When I went to the Dominican Republic, there are a lot of Haitians in the Dominican Republic.
Yeah, they like to migrate over there.
Like there is a lot of you know, and I felt it a little weird because like in the Dominican Republic, like they kind of like look at Haitians
different.
the way that we kind of look at Mexicans.
Yeah, it's the truth.
Like
You
it's
share a
the
country with somebody.
same- I mean, you're on the same island.
Yeah,
Like
true.
you share the same island.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, like on the Haiti side, like do they feel the same way about Dominicans, or like how does that?
I don't think so because you know what I mean. The
Haiti,
people,
their side, they seem like they fight amongst each other more than anything.
yeah, you know what I mean, because we not even established ourselves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean. That's the
really
number one
broken.
thing we need. Like Dominican Republic is just like here. You know what I mean compared to Haiti. Haiti don't got nothing. If you ain't living in the capital, you ain't living nice.
Yeah. So and then like the money conversion system over there, how is that to U.S. dollars?
It's cheap. You know what I mean. Money there, it ain't nothing like here. Like you could go to the store with a penny here, and you could get more than you could get with anything in any other country. For American dollar is worth gold pretty much.
Mhm.
Yeah, and that's facts.
So you were born in Haiti, and then you migrated here. Like when did you decide that music was gonna be?
My father actually, he put me onto the music. When I was born, he was listening to Notorious, and we was watching on the news when he got killed. So when I got older, he told me that. But ever since then, since I was young, he always played music. And my culture music, I could speak my language, I could listen to music, and I could even write songs in it. Real talk, and that's what I'm trying to do right now. I'm trying to diversify what I do. But I started with the music stuff 7 years old. Buy my own laptop, buy my own headphones, you know what I mean, do whatever it is that I needed to do to get it. I got it, I put myself on. That's what really started it.
Is there like a Haitian hip hop scene? Like I know Kodak Black.
Yeah, but he not even from, like, he never been
Is
to the
OT
country.
Genesis? I think he's Haitian.
Yeah, but
I'm not really sure, but
yeah, they never been to the motherland though. You know what I mean? They don't know. I feel like they don't know what it's like down there. They don't know what the music scene like.
who's the guy around the Zoe gang?
Zoe Dollars?
No, somebody else. It's Zoe something. I can't remember. I mean, there are some. So like, is there? But when I mean hip hop scene in Haiti, I mean like, is there like hip hop, like rapping?
There is, but
and like
it's
Haitian?
not. It's not big though. You know what I mean? That what we like to call compa. You know what I mean? That's like the stuff you dance to. You know what I mean? It's more like a dancing thing. As far as hip hop goes, it's not really like that.
It's like a derivative like Afro beats.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Afro beats is actually probably one of the biggest genres of music. The first time I heard Afro beats, I heard it in Jamaica, and you know, I was there for like a week, and I just kept hearing this music, and I'm like, I thought it was reggae. Like I didn't know what it was. I had to pull a DJ. I'm like, yo, what is this? He's like, yo, it's a guy named Divido. I'm like, who's this? Nigerian music. It's actually dope.
Yeah, it all relates, you know what I mean? That just like Spanish music got that,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's the same thing with us, except for it's a different tune.
All right,
You know what I mean?
so you're in Reading, Pennsylvania.
Yes, sir.
How was it in rap? I've never been to Reading. How was it?
Reading is it's just like any other city. There's a lot of rappers trying to make it out there, you know what I mean?
I just gotta add this. Reading is the hood.
Yeah,
Reading is the hood.
Right.
Like, it get, you know what I mean? It get down in Reading. You know what I mean?
Get busy,
Get
out
busy
there.
over there.
You know what I mean? That's why I went from the name Trap MVP to Flu Game Monty. You know what I mean? Because I don't want people to think that I'm all about the trap. I'm trying to get out the trap. You feel me?
Oh, shout my guy, Bill Collector. He's actually gonna be here next week. He's from Reading.
Yep.
He's battling T-Rex, I think, right on the 27th.
He just won a battle, actually.
Yeah, he's battling T-Rex. He's gonna be here next week. Shout my guy, Bill Collector.
Yeah.
So, as you find yourself navigating through the hip hop scene, I mean, you know, we spoke about like, you know, you and your team doing shows,
Yes, sir.
and stuff like that.
Yes, sir.
Is that the approach that you guys are taking, like fully?
Yeah, like I'm really open to everything. I'm not trying to put all my eggs in the basket. You know what I mean? The thing that I want to do with shows is I feel like you putting yourself out there in front of a crowd of people that you never even seen before. You may not think it does something, but it do. You know what I mean? The best way to advertise something to someone is play it right in front of their face.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And to add to that, brand association.
Of course.
You know, that actually matters as well.
Of course, that's why I changed the name to Flu Game Monty. You know what I mean? Everybody loves them some Jordans.
Shout out my
You know
guy
what I
Terry. He's the guy, right? He came with the
right.
plush vodka, okay? You drink
Yes,
it, I need
sir.
to drink this plush vodka, right? It's going down, all right? I actually kind of like this, I like this podcast format better than the radio format. I like it's like kind of like, you know, when I come into a situation, I'm like radio. You know what I mean? But the podcast thing is actually almost bigger than radio. Like, in a sense, everything is so digital now.
Yeah.
Everything is digital. Like,
Everything
literally.
is on the phone.
Everything is digital, and not only that, like, you know, a lot of these stations are now virtual now. It's not even about like having like a physical location. Like, there's no like Pandora location. There's
just,
no.
you just
I mean,
know it exists.
there is an Apple Radio one, but I mean Spotify. I mean, there is none. I mean, this is actually the new wave. So taking advantage of that as an unsigned artist got to be a good thing for you.
Yeah, definitely. You know what I mean, any platform that you could put yourself out to that people is gonna see and they're gonna listen to it is anything beneficial. You know what I mean? You don't want to rap or make music or do whatever you do not to be heard. We all doing it to be heard.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And speaking of that, I have the showcase, the Unsigned Artist Showcase, the Artist Spotlight concert series.
Yes,
I got my guy Drewski coming on the 30th. What is the approach in that type of situation? Like, you're going into a room, and you have something to prove,
Yeah.
right? How do you go there and
You talking about be on a radio show?
No, I'm talking about being at a showcase.
showcase,
And I'm talking
yeah.
about a showcase, like, because you're there and it's like almost like an unsigned artist competition. You got like 30 people performing.
Yes,
like,
sir.
what are some of the things that you and your team does to make you separate yourself from the crowd?
Well, I like to know my competition. You know what I mean? I look for people who come into the scene same as me, because the artist's always trying to stand out. So I like communicating. I'm not gonna communicate with everybody, but I'm gonna, you know what I mean, get to know my competition, listen to what they got.
Mm-hmm.
Number one thing I don't do is hate. You know what I mean? I'm gonna give everybody a chance. If you think you got it, you got it. I can't tell you different. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Do you see an unsigned artist and like give them props?
Yeah, because it take a lot to, number one, get on stage in front of people and...
Like, you see someone like, yo, he's dope. Like,
yeah.
when I was an
of
unsigned
course.
artist, I used to hate on everybody. I'm not gonna lie, I used to hate on everybody.
There's some
You
people-
garbage. Me personally. I come from a different time. You're garbage.
There's people, though, that you could tell, like, you know what I mean, they don't got it.
Yeah, no, I didn't think anybody had it.
Yeah.
You garbage.
If it wasn't you, they garbage.
Damn it. I would go on the stage with the intent of slaughtering everybody.
Yeah.
And I had a disadvantage. At this time, I weighed $170.
Uh-huh.
We wore shirts that were 3 times our size.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and I look like a white guy.
You know what I hate? I just hate when you go to the showcases and the rappers rap, and you can tell they don't live what they rapping about.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Oh,
you can tell
yeah.
they not really
Yeah.
like yo,
Yeah.
be yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Well, see, now it's a little different now because now you can be yourself now.
Yeah.
They choose not to do it. My era was much different. My era was a little more violent.
Yeah, y'all had to be
So
hard.
it was kind of like everybody was just trying to be hard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But me, I was really in the streets. Like
Yeah.
I used to be managed by this guy named Lala Lyrical. He was the voiceover on Hot 97 back in the days. Hot 97 is the major FM station in New York.
Yeah.
And there was one guy doing a voiceover for all the shows.
And that was him?
Yeah, and
Awesome.
and I met him, and he used to literally pick me up from the crack spot and take me to the shows and back and forth. And this is kind of like the first time that I had a taste of like I can do something in the music industry.
Yeah.
But I used to come in these rooms ready to take everyone's head off.
Yeah.
And then I have like a commanding voice. So when I get, I'm like, yo, they
Yeah,
like,
you
oh,
stand out.
this. Like they ready, they're ready to go. Do you think the artists of today, they lack presence on stage because they're not kind of rapping? It's like they're like, I don't even know, what would you call it now? Like trap and
Mostly,
beat?
yeah, like dancing.
It's
I
a
see them
wave.
mostly dancing.
You know what I mean? Everybody
I
trying
call
to
it
do the same
auto-tune
thing.
trash.
Yeah.
Auto-tune trap?
Yes.
I like to call it trap and beat. I mean, this is just kind of like what
It's
I've
a
developed.
mix.
It's like trap with R&B. They're not really rapping.
I
Like,
think
what are
They
they
don't
doing
know how to
exactly?
turn it on and off like Lil Wayne used to.
Yeah.
They just want to keep singing, and it's like
I think it's the
you know what I
melodies.
mean?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I agree. And on that note, I've said a few times that music is changing. It changes every 10 years.
Yeah.
And the prime example of music changing is the new Young Thug record, The London. This is a
Yeah.
perfect example. It's a
Listen.
perfect example, right?
That song is hard.
No, the example in this song is not the fact that J. Cole's on the song.
Oh, nah.
It's not the fact that J. Cole's auto-tuning. It is the first 4 bars of Young Thug's verse. He is actually rapping.
You think?
He is rapping. Listen to the record, The London. I'm gonna play it. He's rapping. The first taste of Young Thug rapping was on Swiss Beats album. It's called 25 Soldiers or something.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know. Have you heard it before?
No,
It's called
never.
25 Soldiers. He's rapping on like
I
a
know
Nas
Thug's rap.
beat. He's rapping. No auto-tune. He's rapping. I'm like, yes.
That's
I am automatically a fan. Anytime I see any trap guy try to rap, I'm a fan.
Yeah. It's hard.
I'm a fan. It's not easy to rap.
It's true.
And then it's super not easy to come out your comfort zone.
Yeah, it's a fact. You know what I mean? When I perform Time Rate, before I performed that, I didn't even think I was gonna do it.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Because when you look at the crowd, you know what everybody want. Everybody want that Baby. Everybody want that new Kodak or French flow. You know what I mean? They want that what they used to. But when you spit them that different stuff that's hard, it's like, damn, this nigga really just did that.
Well, people at the end of the day want content.
Yeah,
Because when you look at record sales as a whole, nobody's selling records.
yeah,
We spoke about this. Nobody's selling records because you're just displaying one emotion over and over again. And someone that's going to buy your record or support you, like how I support you, cannot relate to that. I cannot relate to a bunch of kids sipping lean, wearing fake jewelry, swinging their dreads.
That's why like now, people sell more the personality than the music. Like
Yeah.
Kodak is trash. We all know that, but he's the first Haitian from South Florida to pop, and everybody know when you think of South Florida, you think of Haitians and Cubans. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
like, it's more the personality with him. All this gangster Project Baby stuff that's selling more than his music.
I think Kodak got some bars though.
To the extent, old Kodak used to be cool when he was
yeah,
younger.
yeah.
But
But everybody on the Fame hit him, it changed. You know that.
Kodak Black has a record with A Boogie called Reminisce. I thought that was a good record. I look for bars myself.
Yeah.
I do think Kodak Black has bars, but it's hard to get through it because he has such a heavy accent.
It's
Yeah,
the truth.
exactly.
It's the truth. It plays.
Like he has such like a deep South accent.
Yeah, and that Haitian accent.
Yo, that is hard. Another guy who got bars is Wyfin Lucci.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
he
yeah,
does.
yeah. Yep.
I didn't know he had bars like
He
that.
slept on it,
Somebody
too.
brought it to my attention, like, yo, son could really rap. And he had a record called Stadiums, and they brought it to me like, yo, this record's kind of dope. And you know, I played it a few times, and it's actually cool, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody on the check-in right now. Megan Fam Love, she's on the check-in. Somebody on my Instagram said I don't rap, but I hear you though. Another guy said there's a difference between an artist and a rapper. Is there a difference? You've been in the game how many years? 50 years in the game.
Damn near 40 years.
Is there a difference? We gotta give turn the mic. Is there a difference?
Of course, there's a difference.
Well, you come from a different time, so you come from musicians.
Right.
So
I come from music.
We can't compare that. Everything
Right.
was analog. It was played live.
Right.
Flip side is, did the transition from analog to digital destroy music?
Absolutely, in my opinion.
I think so too.
In my opinion, because guess what? I can't relate to nothing y'all do.
You think?
Nothing. Because it makes no sense to me. We could be having the same conversation, you know, like talking about the same thing, but y'all gonna use acronyms
Yeah.
and to get your point across. Well, I'm gonna use words,
Yeah.
you know, and full paragraphs. You know what I mean? We having the same conversation, but we're delivering them. It's two different languages.
Two different
You
messages.
know what I mean? Even down to the music. You know what I mean? You guys are sampling stuff that we created, and y'all are just butchering it up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I feel it was
Because the reality is this: if a band can't play it and you can't perform it to a band, it ain't music, in my opinion.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I personally like the soul samples a lot. I think the fact that kids are not sampling more hurts a lot. They're playing like digital sounds now.
Yeah.
And it's just you just cannot recreate a bass player in the studio bassing it up. You know what I'm saying? You cannot create
you
none
can't
of
make
that.
no money with that though.
No.
You
Yeah.
gotta split your royalties too much. You gotta get samples clear. You can't make. That's why I don't get on samples. You can't make no money. I get it out for free.
Well, it depends. It depends because a lot of these guys don't actually own the publishing, and the people that own the publishing died by this point. So now you can kind of
It's up for
move a
grabs.
little more. Actually, Eric Sermon from EPMD has a company called Tracklit, and they basically clear samples from $250 to $500. The J. Cole sample Middle Child was cleared on Tracklit.
Okay.
So
But you know who the real company is?
who's the real company?
The Harry Fox Agency.
Of course. I mean,
Harry
come on,
Fox.
Come on.
You know what I mean?
Come on,
Harry
man.
Fox.
Where's the sounds? I gotta get my sound effects right. Harry Fox. Harry Fox Agency. That is correct. But Tracklib is kind of dope. They have like I think they bought the publishing to like all these records, and they just have them listed on a mobile application.
Okay.
That's just the stuff that's public domain.
Yeah, no, but I think they actually bought publishing companies.
Okay.
So they bought publishing companies, and pretty much they own it all now, and they put it under this like thing, and you just go on the app and you just freaking download whatever you want, just pay for it, and you own the sample
That's crazy.
right there. You have a clean copyright. So Flu Game Monty,
Yeah.
what does that mean?
Flu Game Monty,
What
look,
does that mean?
I had to learn a lot, you know what I mean? When it comes to the music industry, it's not just about the music, it's about the business too. Flu Game Monty allows me to give off two personas. Flu Game, when I think of Flu Games, I think of Jordans. A lot of, from what I see, I know a lot of people that trap and stuff that's in the hood, they wear some Jordans. You know what I mean? So that's why I put that in the name, and then I put Monty because Monty is the first four letters of my last name. Also allows me, it's French, allows me to be soft, you know what I mean? Because I bring both types of music. I could spit that hard, but I could take your girl too.
Okay, that's what it is. So you're rather young. Like who would be your top 5?
Artists
Yeah.
that I look up to?
I mean, just all time.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. You might be mad. I think the greatest to do it of this generation is Future. And I'm
Future.
gonna keep it real. Future for a while. That Dirty Sprite 2 had everybody sick.
So he would be your number one artist.
I don't
like,
know
if
about
you-
number one. I would say number 5.
Who's
You know what I
No,
mean?
but I'm asking like who's all time like for you?
I would say number 1, Biggie. Biggie had them bars, and that's facts. I could listen to Biggie no problem. I never get tired of it because his music speaks to me. You know what I mean? Number 2, I would have to say Big L. Big L had them bars. Just listen to his freestyles. I don't even listen to his music. I just listen to his freestyles. I thought they was hard. Number 3, Cole gotta be up there. Cole got the lyrics. You know what I mean? And I think he slept on because he do what you said. He spit them bars.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? People want to listen to that Young Thug. They want to listen to all that, but they don't appreciate when someone take the time and the quality of the music that they do. You know what I mean? He produce, he write, he do everything. Just for that, I gotta put him up there. You know what I mean? Number 4, I gotta put Drake up there. Drake had the Crazy come out. You know what I mean? Drake been on the map for a long time. And then number 5,
Even though he don't write his stuff, all his stuff.
I think he don't write his stuff now. I think old Drake, that was the hardest Drake.
But you write all your stuff.
Hell yeah.
So
All
so
day.
how could you compare yourself to somebody that doesn't write all this stuff?
Because a lot of people don't write. You know how hard it is to write a song and to actually go through with it?
I make music. It's pretty easy. If it's natural, if you rapping about your life, it's natural.
You confident about it though. You know how many people write down something, erase it, and then keep doing the same thing and they never finish a song? I see it. You know what I mean? As an artist.
It's not for them then.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
It's supposed
So,
to be expression. You know what I mean?
to overcome that, he put the bread up. He invested in himself. He knew he couldn't do it. He accepted that. That's just the obstacle you got to overcome. Yeah, I mean, we can't get mad at somebody just because he could say something better than somebody else could, as long as they write it. Music is
I
still
think,
music.
me personally, I think Drake gets a pass because we can't forget that he's R&B.
Yeah,
So Beyonce don't write. She ain't write the record that's out right now, Before I Let Go. I
Yeah.
mean, they ain't write none of these records. And since the beginning of time, all artists have been taking reference tracks. Everybody has been taking reference tracks.
yeah.
I could name 10 artists right now that I've been in the room with. I actually have a reference track from an artist that you wouldn't even believe takes reference tracks.
I know the same thing. I know some artists that
We spoke
that
about
work
this.
with-
I don't want to go crazy on Son.
We ain't gonna say their names,
Because me and
but-
Son ain't talking right now. But
Yo, let me drop this little ditty on y'all. You talking about reference tracks and who ain't writing stuff. Do y'all remember the version of Happy that Pharrell did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know
That was copied?
You know who did it first?
Nah.
CeeLo Green did that first.
Oh, yeah, actually.
That
heard
was CeeLo Green's song.
Yep, but you see,
know?
he
And they
took
sold
that
it,
and
they sold
evolved
it.
it.
They pulled it off CeeLo Green's album, and then Pharrell did it.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's a whole lot
It's
goes
all
on
about
out there.
business.
It's
You
a,
know
whole,
what I mean?
it's a whole lot going on there. But you talk about some of the greatest rappers. You named some great rappers, man. But let me tell you something. What you guys no longer do in the hip hop arena, the art of storytelling.
Yeah.
You guys.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. You gotta be up there too.
You guys have lost the art of storytelling.
Yeah.
You know, you guys, you talk stuff. You know, you have it's all slang. You know, and it might sound good. You know, y'all got some dope beats. I give y'all credits that the beats be dope. Y'all talking so much slang, but there's no art of storytelling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, guys like Slick Rick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Rakim.
That's why we
You know
got
what I mean?
beef,
Then you had people like Chuck D. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Positive K. Different people like that. They was the art of storytelling is what hip hop and rap is missing today.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And trust me, the first guy to get back to doing that, gonna make some money.
That's a
Believe
fact. Shout out to Chuck E. on Instagram. He said Jay-Z and Still Dre, which his flow is written all over that Still Dre record. That was Dr. Dre's comeback record. This was in 01, I think, the Chronic came out. And he wrote Snoop's verse too. He even wrote Snoop's verse too. So I think a lot of guys are not writing. I like to give Drake credit because again I do kind of give him a pass because of the R&B. I don't judge him because I've been in the rooms with other guys who are less successful or try to be as successful and they don't write their lyrics. What I will say about him is that it is very difficult to be this hot for this long.
Oh,
And
it's
look,
true.
I mean,
and keep it 100. A lot of Jay-Z hit records wasn't written by Jay-Z.
Yo, he's
true.
been hot. He's
It's
been
true.
the hottest since day one.
Yep.
It's cool if you take a hook though. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'll give you a pass on that. But you gotta at least
All
write
right,
the
but
verses,
I mean,
man.
but what would you say if you found out Nas didn't write all his records?
I'll be heartbroken.
What would you say? What would you
I'll be
say
heartbroken.
if
Like I feel like Power was like one of the hardest tracks ever.
you know if Chief Keef or whoever didn't write?
Nah,
These guys are not.
they not even that nice though, so it doesn't matter.
They write their own stuff though.
No,
That's why they not that nice.
They don't. That's what y'all confused with.
They don't.
There are many guys that
Oh,
make a
that's
living in
crazy.
this
I think
business.
you could
I'm
fake
gonna
that.
bring one up here. Matter of fact, I'm gonna call my guy Swerve, and I'm gonna make him. I'm gonna have him come
Yo,
up.
it's dudes in these big rap groups
Yeah.
that we idolize, and like the member that you don't like the most
Is the one writing.
is the
Yeah.
one that wrote most of the hits.
believe that.
And a lot of these big hip hop groups, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
we ain't
yeah,
gonna say no
true.
names, but
Yeah,
that's
we
how
got it.
that's how I get
Dinko
down.
D
Like this
wrote
nigga
most of
take
Busta
off
Rhymes
the
stuff.
Migos.
Yeah. Listen, if you're live on Instagram right now, there's a lot of people checking in right now. Call in 1-888-304-4401. The Infamous Hour. The phone lines are open. We're having some deep conversation. We gotta post this on iTunes. We gotta go in. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So a lot of guys are not writing.
Yep.
A lot of guys are not
A lot.
writing, including the top guys in hip hop right now. They're not writing because there are it is very difficult to create content when you're always on the move.
Yeah.
It's very difficult, and they have a lot of pressure to create that type of content. They do. I've seen it. They have a lot of pressure, and they take records from guys.
I would take
Like
that
like
as
I just said,
inspirational.
Busta Rhymes' hottest songs was written by Dinko D, who was his
Exactly.
partner from Lisa New School.
That's why we gotta bring this dude up, and people hate him, but Russ needs his respect. You feel me?
We
Oh,
write
yeah.
for a
Like
lot of
Russ,
people.
he writes all his
Yeah.
music. He mixes and
Produces
masters
it,
everything.
yeah,
He produces
everything.
everything. Like he does everything.
But I'm gonna keep it real though. I don't like him.
He got
Sorry.
good music, man. But he got the Eminem effect.
I don't think he in the right.
Russ is dope. I like Russ.
Russ got good music, man. I can't. If you really sit
Yeah.
there and listen to his music, it's good music.
I know that's the thing. Look, I listen to him, but I think he in the wrong genre though.
Well, no, he's in a good genre because he's kind of like in the Post Malone
Nah, he's not.
type of thing. We got a call. Let's take a call. We're live here on the Infamous Hour. Caller, you're live on the Infamous Hour. Where you from and what's your name?
Yo, this is JT the Believer. I'm calling from Miami, originally from NYC.
JT
What
the
up, y'all?
Believer, you're in Miami. We're talking about ghostwriting. If you found out that your favorite rapper did not write all his own lyrics, how would you feel about that?
Yo, I don't have a problem with that, man, because I'm from the old school, and I've been around hip-hop and listening to hip-hop from the beginning. And what y'all have to understand is ghostwriting has been around from the beginning, almost from the beginning of hip-hop. You want to go back, all the way back to Marley Marl. You know, we all know that even Biz Markie didn't even write his own lines, but he put out some hits back then. And that has been consistent throughout hip-hop from almost day one. So people are talking about ghostwriting like it's a problem, but the thing is that people are still loving it and people are still buying the music. So what are we really talking about?
So you wouldn't like, you know, as like a fan of music, you wouldn't like discredit an artist if you found out that he didn't write all his own lyrics?
Not at all, because you asked that question earlier in your show when, you know, you asked what's the difference between an artist and a rapper. Yeah, there is a difference. An artist is somebody that's going to put out good music, which may include ghostwriting. That's part of being an artist. And typically a good artist is the one that actually makes it to the top because they're going to do what it takes.
Yeah.
A rapper is somebody that does write their own lyrics, that can spit the bars, but there's a difference between the two.
Absolutely.
You know,
man.
an artist can be a good rapper, but ain't nothing wrong with having a ghostwriter. A rapper's going to be the one that's going to just use his lyrics and just put his own stuff out there. And that's the difference between an artist and a rapper.
Then I don't want to hear nobody calling themselves a rapper if you don't write all your own stuff. You are not a
Sure.
rapper then.
You got to
I don't want to hear you.
Do.
Yep.
You know what? What it comes down to is part of the industry.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you want to make it to the top of the industry, you got to do what it takes. If you want to stay in your lane, you want to be a rapper, not saying that you can't make it to the top because you can. It can be done, but I don't see nothing wrong with either one of it. Bottom line is people just want to hear good music. That's it.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I think they just want to hear music, just like a DJ. They want to hear a good DJ. They don't really understand the work and everything that goes behind it. It's just kind of like the final product, and that's what they purchase and appreciate.
Right, exactly.
Absolutely. Well, JT.
I don't got a problem with either one.
Well, JT, thanks for calling the Infamous Hour. You're welcome to lock in anytime, each and every Friday, 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. here on Gynesis Radio. Okay, you got some good call. That was very informative.
Big up to you.
And stuff like that. We gotta work on the hanging up process of it. I like the Gynesis Radio hat. You know what I mean? I need one of those.
Yeah, that's tough. I'm all about rocking the brand.
I got you.
Yeah, I need the Gynesis Radio hat. You know, one of the things that now it's hard for me to create music now.
Yeah.
I started out as an artist, and I think one of the things that hurts my music is just meeting rappers that I idolize and people that I looked up to, and realizing they are not who they say they were this whole time.
Of course.
Because we come from where, like, you knew the rapper without even meeting him. What he was saying, you in the movie with him, you felt you lived the life, you was right behind it, and then you meet him and you find out they're not like that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do the same thing. That's
No, they're
crazy.
not like that. And it's just like, it's so disappointing. The most disappointing thing out of everything was me coming in the studio and watching, you know, a rapper that I grew up on, like, not picking his own records.
Yeah. What?
I couldn't understand that. I mean, I understand it now because this is what you have engineers and producers for. But, like, just kind of like going in a room and being told what to do. Like, coming in, you're going to rap on this beat. We already have a hook on it. We're going to take the hook off. We're going to put you on the hook. Matter of fact, if you want to take 4 or 5 bars from this record, you can take it and then create content. Like, I couldn't understand that in the beginning.
That's whack.
Yeah.
It was so, like, disturbing to me. Like, I'm like,
whole lot of cutting and pasting.
cutting and pasting.
Yeah.
Cutting and pasting. There's records right now. That, like, we got reference tracks and it's like the hook and like the first 8 bars is somebody else's lyrics.
That's crazy.
But there is a good bag in that. I mean, it's good
I
money.
mean, yeah, you can make money from it. You know what I mean? Let me ask you this, though. If somebody offer you 50 to write a song, you're going to do it, right?
For me, of course.
Of course. That's
I'll
what
take
I'm
less
saying.
than 50. Give me 5.
Well, I'm just saying, if
Give me
that price
5.
is on the table, you're going to take
I'm going
it.
on a cruise. I could use 5 to go on some excursions.
Yes, sir.
I'll write some bars for 5. It's
Yeah.
cool. Now you don't even gotta write whole records. What's the kid? Callboy. I forgot his name. Callboy.
Cowboy?
Yo, Sun record is 2 minutes. It's 2 minutes. Called Envy Me.
Yep.
It's 2 minutes.
Yes,
Yeah, the
sir.
format for songs now is 8 bars.
Yep.
It used to be 16 for verses, and now it's 8 bars.
Yeah.
Like
They
I
got
got
20.
producers that send me beats, they won't even send me 16 verse. You know what I mean? 16s. Nope, they just straight 8s.
You know that format is the singing format. That's the R&B format. It's always been like that. That's why I call it trap and B, because when you listen to an R&B record, it's the hook, and then it's 8 bars, and it's back to the hook.
Yeah.
50 Cent was the first one to cut the music down. He took the
right.
3rd verse out
Yeah.
in the
That's
mixtapes.
right.
He went straight into the freaking
You had the 16, you had the hook, and the
that was
bridge.
it.
And the bridge.
And the bridge. And he was the first one doing bridges, like bridges, all that. Like, he was doing real song format. Is it difficult to create music in this climate?
Nah, not for me. I'm a very versatile type person, you know what I mean? Music, I care about it. I feel like people be making music because they want to make some money. You know what I mean? To me, it's not all about the money. I could be broke today, I could be broke tomorrow, I could be broke in 30 years. I'm still gonna make music because I love it. And that's facts.
Well, that's right. Well, we're live now in the Infamous Hour, okay? We are live right now. If you want to call in, 1-888-304-4401. This is the format moving forward, Terry. We're going to go podcast, radio, forget the music,
Yes, sir.
talk format.
Yes, sir.
I like
mean,
it.
We could throw some bars on there.
I like it a lot. All streets on the check-in on Instagram. And I like to commend this plush vodka thing that we have going on here. It's plum. It's great. It's smooth. I don't know if you want to taste it, whatever. It's great. You can actually drink it straight. I like it a lot. You can actually drink it straight. They're sponsoring the guys here at Gynesis Radio. Right?
Absolutely.
Right. It's going down. You got to support that. I'm assuming they're in the stores. Support that plush vodka. Our drink of choice is the plum.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
plum, and it might taste good with some pomegranate juice. Low key, plum, pomegranate, it's kind of like the same thing. I got another guest coming. He's on his way. Warren Wint, my guy Warren Wint. He was on TRL. TRL's. I'm with Sway every day.
Yeah.
I see him all the time. You know what I mean? And you know we see him at this format, but to be on the MTV format,
Yeah.
that's a whole entire different ball game. Like it's all different. Like, where do you see yourself? 5, 10 years? You have a lot of aspirations. You and Big Ben over here is you guys doing shows. You guys got a lot of things going on, right?
Not only we got the shows, I got a clothing company. I mean, Le Couture. I'm trying to do a lot. You know what I mean? I see a lot of inspiration from owning businesses to people doing movies. I'm trying to get a part of all that. I want to be a part of history. You know what I mean? We gotta keep that culture alive.
Absolutely. And social media.
Social media, Flu Game Monty. You already know. YouTube, SoundCloud, coming to all platforms soon. Just check me.
Flu Game Monty. This is my guy, Flu Game Monty. All right, I'm gonna take a little break. Do I need to run music from here? Can we run it from there, or how do we do it? Run it from here. All right, so we're gonna take a little break, and I'm going to smoke a cancer stick. We're gonna take a little break, and we'll be right back on the Infamous Hour here on Genesis Radio.
Yeah, you know.
You guys have a bath?
Right there.
First radio show.
For real?
Yep. I never did no podcast, nothing ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the first thing.
Lighting, come on.
There you go.
All right, listen, Instagram. I'll be back, okay, in a few minutes. All right, if you want to call it, the number's right there, 188-304-4401. Shout out my guy, Flu Game Monty. Let him know.
Monty on the Grammy, SoundCloud, YouTube, coming to all platforms soon. That's how we do.
That's how
Dang.
you know the vibes. So I ain't for something dead. Be back in like 3 minutes. Just check in with me. I ain't coming back. Love y'all.
I'm gonna get some head too.
Yeah,
You know what? I just need to learn now, like how you set it up for head. But this shit is pretty simple though.
Yo, the radio shit crazy.
Yeah. It's a lot of like,
Off the top.
well, I've learned throughout time to turn it on.
Yeah.
Like today there was a kid that he needed a drop, and it was like on the spot. You just gotta be like go time. Just
Yeah.
give me a phone.
Yeah.
Go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I feel it.
Yo, it's like doing a show, like how you just